So now I will be going through what the seller has to do in the Google Sheet to be able to make it possible for the ordering page to automatically get set up. As you can see, in the Google Sheet, there are multiple tabs here at the bottom. The first 5 storefront items, delivery, timings, and promotions are the most crucial. These 5 tabs will constitute all of the configurations needed to make your order page function properly. So let's start with storefront. As shared earlier, here is where you can incorporate the information for the name of your store, the tagline, any descriptions as required, and a banner and logo. Now, as you can see, the banner is basically just a website link. And if you were to click on this link or copy it, in fact, and paste it, you will see that it opens up into the image that was used. So all we need to do is upload the image and then copy the link and paste it here for it to come up. To the right, we have the logo. Again, process is the same. And then we have a theme color, which is to select and identify what the color will be that borders your store. If you leave it at 6 Fs, this just basically means your background will be white. To decide on the color of your choice, please use a color picker and you will be able to update that accordingly. Currency, RM for Ringgit Malaysia. WhatsApp number, this is the WhatsApp number that we will need from you to ensure that your orders are sent to your WhatsApp line directly. If you need your orders to be sent to multiple people and notify them each at the same time, please give us a list of their numbers and names, and we will include them into a group chat so that all orders will go into the group chat for their notice and notification. To the right, we have email address. This works in the same way. An email address here, or if you have multiple people that need to be informed, just separate it by a comma. And these people will all be informed of any new orders that have been paid via email. There is another section in storefront here that I will go through very shortly, right after I complete the other tabs. The second tab is called items. Items will include all of the information about your products, pricing, and description, as well as any add-ons as necessary. The first 2 columns denote available and sold out. This is just so if you have something that needs to be taken out immediately, just check this box and right away you will be able to see a sold out button on your page for that specific item. And as a result, no orders can be placed and picked for that item. Coming back, the collection column is a way for you to separate your categories of your items that you have for sale. SKU is just for SKU numbering if you need. However, it has no bearing on your front end. Column E for name. This is the name of each item that you are having for sale. Column F for description. This is the description of each item you have for sale. Column G and H. These are for placeholders to be able to see what kind of add-ons you would like to incorporate. Here is an example. Let's use the Creamy Linguine Pesto Spaghetti. So as you saw earlier, there was add-on 1, add-on 2, and add-on 3. And there is also a minimum and maximum. Minimum means that they don't have to add anything if they do not want to. Maximum just means how many options can they select out of the total options available here. So right now in options, we have the char grilled chicken. And if you include this formula and add aligns the amount, it will include this amount into your total for that dish. Similarly with the cheddar chips, works the same way. And this is how notes placeholder and notes options work. To the right-hand side, we've got these 4 columns: menu price, SST, original net price, and discount net price. Menu price and SST is only utilized when you do have SST that needs to be included. If so, simply put the amount pre-SST. For SST, put 6. And what will happen is we will automatically calculate the original net price, which is, the 10 plus 6%, for example, which will be 1060. Please note that only the original net price options will be displayed on your website. So if you do not have SST, only fill in column K to display the right amount. For discount net price, this is where you saw earlier there was a difference between the original and then a 20% discount that was apparent from the beginning. So this is how you would be able to put in that information. To the right, we have minimum and maximum order quantity. As you saw earlier with the roasted vegetables, the minimum order quantity started with 3 and the maximum was 10 in that one order. To the right, we have further limitations that are needed if you have limited runs. So we have a daily order limit, weekly and monthly. The daily order limit is per item. Weekly is from Monday to Sunday, and monthly is from the 1st to the 31st of the month. Once these limits have been hit, your customers will not be able to make a purchase for that item until the next time it becomes available. Furthermore, we have other sections here called order on days and order on dates and no order on dates. How this works, if your item is only available on, say, Mondays and Wednesdays, simply put the first 3 alphabets of the day, separated by a comma, and that item will only be available to be purchased on those days, meaning it can only be delivered or picked up on a Monday or a Wednesday. For order on dates and no order on dates, simply put in the date that it is available or not available in this column in the following format. If it is only one day, include an apostrophe and followed by the date. If it is more than one day, simply put in the date itself, followed by a comma to make it known that this is not available on these dates. Pickup and delivery. These are columns that you can fill in the event that a specific item is only available for pickup or only available for delivery. How this works, simply put in the word true, and this will only be available for pickup as displayed earlier for stuffed shells and marinara. Next, we have lead days. Lead days is very useful when you have a requirement for a pre-order or a few days of prep. Most commonly, it is used for whole chickens that need to be braised or need to be marinated. And if you need a full 24-hour lead time, please put in 2 to ensure that you get the whole 24 hours. How lead days is calculated is by difference in dates. Let's say today's the 5th, tomorrow is the 6th. What happens is it will count that as one day, but it doesn't necessarily account for the full 24 hours. Therefore, if you do need 24 hours, please use 2. If you need 48 hours, please use 3. Finally, we have the image column. This column works the same way as the banner and the logo. Simply include the link to your photo inside and it will pop up on the website automatically. The third tab we have is delivery. Delivery can be calculated in a multitude of ways. The first and most common option is by travel distance. You can include your travel distance in column A and just simply put in the distance. This is 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, and so on. And you can also fence it out. Assuming you are only delivering within 30-kilometer radius of your pickup point, just delete anything that's extra, and anything beyond that scope, it will actually not allow you, the system will not allow the customer to proceed with an order and will actually have a notice that says, we do not deliver to your location. We apologize, for instance. For the delivery fees, you can set that up yourself as well, whatever it is you would like to charge your customer. Delivery info is the information that pops up below the total delivery amount. So you can change this to whatever information you would like. And for multiplier, we're just doing it per order basis. There are other options in the case of bulky items. However, majority of the people use a per order multiplier for their charges. The fourth tab is the timings tab. As you can see, there is a Monday pickup, Monday delivery, Tuesday pickup, Tuesday delivery, and so on until Sunday. Now, if you are not able to deliver on Saturdays and Sundays, for example, all you have to do is just delete the timings and it will not be an option for your customers. If you can only do pickups on Friday, but you can do deliveries on Saturday, all you have to do is just put in the timings. Just put in the timings this way. And right away, pickups for Fridays will be available during these slots, and delivery for Saturdays will be available during these slots. It's important to note that you can fix the slots yourself. It really depends on what your capacity is. For instance, if you could only do pickups on Mondays between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m., you could leave it as such. Or if you wanted to do specific windows, 1 hour windows or time slots for your deliveries, you can do that as well. It is very flexible based on your own availability. Next, we have the promotion tab. In the promotion tab, there are two types of promotions you can create. The first kind is code-based. So this is if you are working with an influencer, for example, you can create a code, set a limit of how many times this code can be utilized, and put a start and end date. To put a start and end date, the process is the same. Put in apostrophe, select the date that you would like to put in, actually type it in, let's say starting from the 10th of May and ending on the 31st of December. You can then put in a label for this promotion and promotional information that will be displayed on the front end. Next, you can include or exclude items or collections. All you have to do is, if you would like to include a specific collection, go to the Items tab, select the collection of choice, and paste it in. If you would like to include it for more than one collection, same thing, go to the Collections page and paste it in here. If you want to include items or exclude items, the process is the same. Let's say for this, you're including the ultimate piece salad, as well as the roasted vegetables antipasto plate. Just put it in like so, and it will apply to that specific item. You can do this for postcodes as well, or by distance as well. So if you would like to only make this promotion available for people within the first 15 kilometers radius, please just incorporate the minimum distance, 1,000 meters to 15,000, and it will adjust accordingly. You can also put in promotions based on the number of items or number of SKUs. And when you are putting in a promotion, you have to select if it is for delivery or pickup. Your order total here just demarcates or is essentially the information you put in if you have a minimum order that they need to hit before the promotion gets applied. In this case, it would be spend a total of, put in this code and get a specific amount back. So let's say if I were to change this to be free delivery with purchase above RM150. When I go to the right side, I just need to ensure that the order total is 150 and the delivery will be free, 100% for a total discount for delivery if they put in the code. Now, this can also be done as an automatic promotion, at which point just select automatic. You can leave the code total limit start date and end date empty and just put in the label and information for your promotion here. And these 5 tabs essentially configure everything that goes onto your website that your customer will see. Now, coming back to that last portion in the storefront. Here we have minimum delivery date offset, maximum delivery date offset, minimum buffer window for same-day delivery, minimum subtotal for delivery, and a delivery column. What does this mean? If you are doing a same-day delivery, please leave this as 0. This means that the system will know that you are taking in orders for the same day. And in that way, the next thing that's important to note is minimum buffer window for same-day delivery. So as you saw earlier in timings, we had multiple slots available, right? In this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots, an hour each. And if you are doing same-day delivery, your team may need some lead time to be able to prepare the foods that have come through. So if you were to put 1, what this does is that the system will only open up the time slot after the slot that is being skipped. Example, if now is between, if you're at 1:30, that means you're between the 1 to 2 p.m. slot. By putting this 1 inside here, it will skip 2 to 3 and only allow your customers to see the 3 p.m. slot onwards for their purchase. If you are doing a pre-order kind of method where you are opening up your dates, but only further along, if you put 3, this means that customers can only order for delivery 3 days in advance. And in that case, your window can be 0 because they will not need any lead time based on the time slots available. Maximum delivery date offset just means how far in advance do you want to open up your calendar for that your customers are able to purchase. So in this case, it would be a month. You would have your availability open for a whole month where they can place an order. Now, to have your website be able to take in delivery orders, you just have to keep this box checked. And if you uncheck it, the only item or the only availability that they can choose is for pickup. The minimum pickup date offset, maximum pickup date offset, and minimum buffer window for same-day delivery works the same way as the delivery side. The only difference is it is for pickup and not for delivery. Finally, the information listed in home base is very important if you are having delivery open as an option. We need you to incorporate your address, your pickup address, where the rider will come to pick up the foods from, based on the Google Maps address, full address that's listed inside. And this home base is important because it will help us to calculate the delivery fee from point A to point B. Now that all 5 tabs have been completed, the next thing to note are the delivery order and pickup order tabs. These tabs will basically show you all the orders that have come through from your customers. As you can see, orders that are grayed out are essentially people who have started the order process, clicked on submit order, but did not follow through with a payment. As a result, what you will see is under paid, it will say false. Now, if an order has been paid, what will happen is the row will turn into an amber color. The information under paid will state true, and you will be able to select you will be able to tick this box to denote that your order has been processed. Now, how an order is processed is purely up to you and your operations. It can be when the order has been cooked and is ready to go out, or it can even be when an order has been taken by a delivery rider, and that's when you check the box. The entire idea is just so that your team has got a visual aid to know when something has and has not been done. We also have a download order sheet section. So especially when it comes to, let's say, F&B, or even if you're a florist, you would be able to have a sheet that is created and generated that you can print out. And what it does is specifies the order ID, your customer's information, what they have purchased, if it is to be delivered to a location, their address, as well as specifics on delivery time and time slot. Now, this sheet is actually created for the purposes of F&B. So you can actually put in, who your food was cooked by and the temperature, and who it was packed by and the temperature as well. We do have an add-on section and feature, which is called Agent. Now, this section is pretty much for businesses who have an agent model, and they would like to be able to track when an agent has brought in a sale. To open up this option, please just let us know, and we will be able to tell you what the steps are to have this add-on option as well. The same is true for pickup. The process is the same. The way it is represented is the same. Difference being there is no delivery order information. And so it works pretty much in the same way. We have 2 more tabs here. These tabs are purely for you if you need to use it. How they're important is in the event that you have multiple deliveries that need to go out in a specific day and you want to have a look at that, just select the date that you're looking for, the month and the year, and right away it will demonstrate and come out the information that's required to show you who needs to be delivered what at what time. Basically, your customer's details. If you have meals, for example, that you would like to see, or orders that you would like to see for the future, for the purposes of planning and procurement and your supplies, you may use the Order Item Summary tab. Just select the date, month, and year, and it will actually produce all of the items that need to be prepared for that specific day. If you are looking to drill it down to time slots, you will be able to select the time slots based on the orders that need to go out in those time slots to see. Now, finally, there is one more tab that we have included, and I will show you what that looks like. That tab is called Today's Orders. Now, Today's Orders has a very specific purpose. The idea is that when you are looking at the delivery and the pickup order sheets, or tabs rather, it can be a lot of information to look at. So the Today's Orders tab shows you all the orders that need to be going out, that needs to go out, whether it's for delivery or for pickup, and it will list all of that here for the day. It will also have a box here for process that you can check. And note that once this box has been checked, it will disappear from this tab, and it will also correspond to the delivery or pickup orders tab by ways of turning that row green. And so this constitutes all of the information that's related to the Google Sheet. The core areas that need to be filled in are storefront, items, and timings. Deliveries are preset, and you are able to just change the delivery fee as and when you need. And once you have this information ready, we will be able to get your store up and running very, very quickly. So thank you so much for listening to the guide of how to set up an auto order page, how it looks like from the customer's perspective as well. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please just reach out to us. Our team at AutoMate Me are very happy to help you as and when you need, and we look forward to having you on board. Thank you so much.